Day 2. What am I afraid of? I've recently started listening to a entrepreneur by the name of Gary Vaynerchuk, or Gary V, as he's known to his fans on his podcasts and his books. I would consider him a promoter in the sense that his whole life is promoting his own ideas as well as the ideas of others. One thing he said recently on his podcast is this, and I'm paraphrasing here because he's got this whole Jersey profanity-laden swagger that I'm not going to be able to pull off with any accurate. But he said, do you want to take over the world? And you need to have two things ingrained in your head. The first, you have to know that you are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wonderful. And the second thing you need to know is that you are shit. Now, I want to look at these arguments. Am I amazing? I remember growing up. I remember feeling as a kid like there's something out there. I'm so special and I'm meant for such a big purpose. And I imagine this is fairly common to kids everywhere. Well, at least I hope it is. We live in our own mind. And as far as what's going on in our head, we are the best, truest, most amazing voice in our head ever. Our own thoughts always win the day. How cool is that? Everywhere we go, we are winning. Now, at some point growing up, hopefully before too long, you butt up against reality and you realize, well, there may be a few other people out there who can do just a few things slightly, maybe tiny bit better than me. And this realization is, well, necessary and healthy and natural and all that. But even when we're confronted with reality as it is, there's still a tiny space in the back of our head that says, up here in this space, I'm still top dog. How does this translate into real life? For me, this means acting out of confidence. It means taking action. It means I need to have the awareness that I am able to do anything that I put my mind to. Have you ever been thoroughly disappointed with the outcome of, say, some event that you were involved with, even if that event was a complete success? I know I have. And the reason that this has happened is because somewhere up in my head, I had this idea of how it was supposed to go. It was going to be so awesome because. And how it actually happened in real life is different. Great, but different. I think that this is actually a good thing. It means let's get these amazing, cool ideas going in our own head and then see how we can translate them out into the world. This is the process of taking our ideas and making them bigger and seeing how we can take these ideas in our head, these grand, wonderful ideas, and put them out into the world with all the vim and vigor that they deserve. It means taking my own uniqueness, which is both good and bad, and trying to project that out into the world. Now, on the flip side, am I shit? When I die, it is unlikely that people will make my birthday a national holiday. And even if they do make it a national holiday, a lot of people probably still won't even observe it. I mean, for the nerve. They go through all this trouble to make my birthday a national holiday and you can't even celebrate it? Yeah, thanks a lot. No one cares about you as much as you care about you. That's a core tenet to what I'm trying to get across here. Yes, and I know friends and family and other people in our sphere of influence care what we think and what we do. But no one is ever thinking about you as much as you are thinking about you. I need to remember this when people are being critical of me. Now, criticism, which is good and can be a powerful tool for change, can also cause you to spend way too much time worrying and perseverating and focusing and hyper-focusing and hyper-hyper-hyper-focusing. When somebody says something negative or even cruel, it's just that inner monologue that keeps stirring and mixing. Now, let's look at the other side of that, which is when people say something good, the opposite is true. All of these things that people are saying that's driving you to love me, to reach for their affirmation, it doesn't matter. Whether they say I'm great or whether I'm shit, it doesn't matter, because the reality is I have to do what I have to do. Why do these seemingly opposed ideas present so importantly in our lives? Back to what Gary Vee had said, or often says, is that the important reason is when you stop caring what people think, then you can go fast. By not caring so much about the response of what I do, I can focus more on the actual doing the thing I want to do. And despite the fact that I think my constant internal monologue is the greatest internal monologue to ever be in existence, the only way I will test that is by taking it out of my head and putting it out into the world. Thank you.